Take us down there.
Yeah, I will.
No.
Yeah, I gotta take a picture of you doing it there.
It's only just a...
Come on, that's no, it's grand.
Where's the beginning? Where's the end of this? Which one? That's two. I'll read it out to you.
Yeah, go on.
And then if you fancy to have it for party or whatever, I'll put it on tape. I have a tape somewhere.
Here, this is tape.
Eh?
This is tape.
Is it?
Taping it now for.
You're taping it now?
Yeah.
It starts off. It's the old lass. Now, you're not used to...
Hang on, there now. Here we go. Yeah, go on.
You're not used to the Irish sayings, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like meat is called mate over there, that class of thing, you know.
yeah.
Well, it goes as... My childhood was full of confusion, and I wasn't too bright to tell the truth, but my parents came to the conclusion that I wasn't fit for Maynooth. You know what Maynooth is, do you? It's where all the priests are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Maynooth, the famous college.
Mm-hmm.
Too tall for a dwarf in the circus, but not tall enough for the guards. And in between an ignorant gossoon, ill-designed for financial rewards. But my father thought I was a charmer. There wasn't much else he could do, so he sent me to work for a farmer in a backward old place called Rachu. Now the old man had no sisters or brothers, and he mustn't have been 60 or he must have been 60 or more. And he lived with his old withered mother, an invalid of 94. I'm not much good at this.
No, go on, it's grand.
The first week, things weren't too easy, and we couldn't do anything right. The grub, it wasn't too crazy. It was stir about morning and night. The dinner had great variations. No word about mutton or malt. One day we'd have salt and potatoes, and the next day potatoes and salt. The next week it started much better. 3 chickens had died with the coop, and we ate the meat out of the feathers, and we lived for a week on the soup. The next week it was all variation. Turnips and carrots and grass. Now that's not high-calorie rations. The misfortune befell the old lass. That morning I went to catch Walter, for that was the old donkey's name. And the moment I put on the halter, I could see he was terribly lame. I ran back to tell the old farmer, and he examined them crooked and straight. Then he whispered to me with a tremor, "There's no use in wasting good mate." Then he sent me home for the hatchet, for the hammer, the big butcher's saw, knife and the saw. And the donkey, she died with a tremor as he plunged the big knife in its craw. Then he wiped the big knife in his breeches, saying that is the last of old Walt. Then he cut the mate into flitches, and he sent me to town for the salt. Now the mate of an ass is like rubber, not fit for a stomach like mine, but the old farmer had teeth like a grubber, and he ate it straight out of the brine. The old farmer, he slept in the kitchen, in a big settle bed with 2 doors, for his pillow and the saddle and breeching, and he'd waken the dead with his snores. The old woman, a slave to sciatic, and she couldn't lie easy in bed. And each night as I went to the attic, she'd be sitting there nodding her head. One morning I woke with a fable and ran down the stairs in Judy's writing. The woman laid out on the table and the old farmer closing her eyes. I ran from the house like a demon, and the farmer was shouting to halt. I ran down the road. He was screaming, "Come back here and get me the salt." This bit, I think, should have been put in elsewhere. It should be put in at the end of the other paragraph. It was, you have to fit in yourself. I offered a bit to the granny. I thought it would help her improve. She was up all night roaring for the Andrews to keep the old ass on the move. I think that comes in where a bit about the old granny.
Ah, yeah, see, yeah.
The old woman.
Yeah, she was had the sciatica.
Yeah, they come in somewhere around there, I think. But anyway, that's it.
That's good. I like that a lot.
Have you got that on there now?
I have, yeah.
You'll be able to sort that out
We'll sort
yourself.
that out.